Hello, bass players. This is a video to help you understand the symphonic audition, specifically the excerpt, or the title of it is Symphony Number 41, Jupiter, Fourth Movement by Mozart. This video will talk about some concepts that you need to understand that are general things that you should be able to do to be a part of our top symphonic orchestra. And those concepts have to do with shifting and understanding where notes are on the bass, mostly. Of course, having a good bow hold and being able to produce a good sound is important, both are very important, but being able to know where you're shifting and where those things are, it's really quite important. So, you should know that this is in the key of C major. So I'm going to start by having a C scale and thinking about those notes. So C, D, E, F natural, G, A, and then we have B, C, but I'm going to shift up to 2 forward, but B, C. So the scale, C scale. That's really important for this, and this is very scaly. In the middle, see all these eighth notes, you know? It's all just scale stuff going up and down, and practicing that scale slow and knowing it. There's another thing that I call the octave hand set, or your 1-4 hand set. So when you have 1 and 4 set, let's say I put first finger on a C, 2 strings up, so I'm on the A string with my first finger, 2 strings over, fourth finger is also a C. Same notes, octave higher. All 1-4-1, 2 strings away, same note, octave higher. That happens a lot in this piece. And it tends to stay on the bass in a 1-5, meaning first note of the scale, fifth note of the scale, 5 being the fifth note, 1 being the first note. And so you have, like that's in this. That specifically is fourth system down, third measure. You have a C, an F, and an F. C, low F, high F. So you have this kind of handset idea that helps you play fast in more difficult music. So that's kind of a concept that you'll need to play this well. You're going to have to like demonstrate that anyways. But and that's a concept. Like in the last line, if I put first finger on a C, the whole last line I can play in second position with first finger on a C. So. And if I were to try and shift back and forth and all that, it makes it really difficult. We tend to shift wrong when we shift fast. We shift once and leave the handset there. And a lot of music with the bass, that is written for the bass, tends to use that handset just because octaves and the way that music is written is often lays in the hand that way. So knowing those concepts is really important, and the fingerings that I've given you kind of follow that as well. So those are pretty big, just general concept ideas that I hope you can get behind and understand as you try and learn this new music. So going kind of measure by measure, note by note, learning this piece, first note is a C. Again, if you had first position, fourth finger on the G string, that would be a B. I put a 2 on that B, fourth finger is a C. If the first note is fourth finger C, then second finger B. And they're both kind of long notes with a little bit of space, the dot on the half note. And then I have an E, which I have to shift up and put first finger on a D. And an E is fourth finger above that. So I'm going 4, 2, shift, 4. For the first set of notes. Okay? So it's 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And those are the first 3 notes. So I'm going to do it one more time. And then from there we have 8 notes going down. My fourth finger's on an E, so my 1 is a D. I go back to my fourth finger on the C, second position again, 4, 2, 4, 2. And then I'm in first position, 1, open, F sharp. All right, and then I have a D. I could shift up to 4 on my D. You know, so that's the fingering that I'm using. And if I go slow motion at the beginning, the first couple measures sound like this. Going on, I go back to just first position or second position and play 2 open or 1 4. So I'm using 1 4 so I can add vibrato to every note. 1 2 3 4 2 3 3, and then I shift back to 1. Okay, going on after the whole notes. Second line down, third measure, I have open 1 4. And then I'm shifting up 1 on a C, but it's a TR, so I trill from 1 to 4 D back and forth. So 1 to 4. I don't know if you can see my wrist here, but right now I'm just lifting my fourth finger. Now I'm doing a whole almost vibrato movement. I often do what I call vibrato trills on the bass. I hold my first finger and if I were to do vibrato, I let my fourth finger come out and hit. I get a much better trill than if I just lift fourth finger, which also works, but it's tenser in my hand and harder for me to do. So I use what I call a vibrato trill. So we do first finger C, regardless of how you do that trill, and then I stop the trill and I shift up and I put 1 on that where the 4 was on the D and go E. So here's the trill, stop, shift. So 1, 2, and 3, if I do the trill. Okay. One thing that I also do in this piece that works really well is every time I see a dotted quarter note followed by an eighth note, I hook the bowing. So I go down, stop, down, up. And that gives me a more consistent sound as I play through. So if I start second line down, third measure after the rest, it sounds like this. 1. And then I do the same thing, starting up after the rest in first position. Open 1 4, open trill to 1 1 4. I go down, down, up. Okay? I don't like doing the open 1 trill. So I personally would shift up and go 1 trill, 2 4 on the D string. Sorry, 1 4. As a B, sorry. It is the exact same thing as I did on the G string, it's just on the D string. So G string. Okay, next line down, first position, 1 open 2. And then I shift up, first finger on a G down low. My second finger is ready for the B natural, and my 4 is a C. 1 2 4, shift up 1 on the D, and 4 on the E. Then I shift back, and I have first finger on a C. Shift back again, 4 1 open. I'm on the scale now. So it just goes down the scale then. So again, third line down, start with first finger A, open D, 2. Then instead of second finger G down low, I shift up and put a 1 there. I have to go 1 2 4, shift up 1 4, and I shift back to 1 on the C. So up, down. I lift, down, up. Okay? So that's just the scale going down. And then almost all of the next part here, I shift up and try and use the 1 4 hand frame. So I go back to 1 on the F natural, 4 4, and then I shift up, put 1 on the F, same note but 1, 4 1 1, back to the same thing, low 1 F, 4, shift up 1, 4 1 1. Then there's a rest. This is the fourth line down, last measure. There's a rest. 4 on the high C up top. So 1 is C, rest, and then I shift back 4 1, same scale again. First position, and then at the very end of that scale, the last eighth note of the whole scale run, I shift up 2 4 So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line down. First measure, last note, B. I have a dash 2. Instead of playing fourth finger, I shift up and go 2, 4. So that scale, 2, 4. So I go right up and shift that moment, okay? So just be aware that that's something that I do there to make that happen. And then I go on 4, 4, 4, 4, and then I shift back. So C, shift back, and here instead of second finger C, I shift up to 1 on the C, and I go 1, 4, 4, 4, or 4 open, 4 open. So that gives you an idea of how I play the notes, okay? That's how I shift and where I play things, okay? And so I think now this is what, minute 10, 11 actually. At the 11th minute, I'm going to be playing through this piece. I'm going to go slowly, just 1, 2, 3, 4, steady quarter note pulse here. So you get an idea of it. You should know that all the 8th notes are short and near the frog with a little bit of a bounce, okay? Same thing on the chord notes. So all the chord notes have a little bounce. And then anything that has a dot, you have length, but a little bit of space between it. So here we go. I'll say 1, 2, and then I'll keep going in tempo. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3. Rest. Rest. Rest, rest. So, again, under tempo, but that's the whole thing all the way through. I hope that's helpful. You should know that molto allegro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I were to go full tempo, 1, 2. And, the fast stuff, it would go very, very quick eventually. So the goal is to go as fast as you can go, but play well. I hope this video helps you understand the fingerings that I have and how to play it.